Welcome back. Thanks so much for tuning in again. In this lesson, we're taking a look at an all-new way of counting and clapping with our animal friends on the pond. Do you remember how many lily pads are on our pond? That's right, 4. And remember, we count them nice and evenly like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Today we're going to count a little differently. Look at this. Instead of just counting the lily pads, we're going to add something after we say each number. We're going to say the word "and" after each numbered beat. This is what that sounds like. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Listen to that again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Can you try that with me? Ready and go. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So even though we're adding more things to say while we're counting, there are still only the same 4 lily pads that we've always had. So why are we doing this? The reason we're changing how to count the lily pads is so that we can play something new on the pond. Let's check it out with some familiar friends first. Here are the frogs. Now listen to what this sounds like with our new way of counting. 1 and 2 and ready and go. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Here it is again. 1 and 2 and ready and go. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Listen to how I clap for each frog when I say the number of the lily pad. I'm not clapping when I say any of the ands. Listen to it one more time. 1 and 2 and ready and go. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now, can you try that with me? 1 and 2 and ready and go. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Once more. 1 and 2 and ready and go. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Great. Now here's something new. What's different about our pond now? Well, one of our frogs has disappeared, and in its place there are now 2 rocks. Do you see where the rocks are? Those rocks are actually the next rhythm we're going to learn to clap. But what do they sound like? Remember earlier when we learned to say "and" after every number for each lily pad? Since we need to fit 2 rocks next to each other like this, we get to clap twice now for each lily pad that has 2 rocks. When we see these 2 rocks on a lily pad, we're going to clap twice. We're going to clap once when we say the number of the lily pad, and again when we say the word "and." Listen to what that sounds like first. 1 and 2 and ready and go. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Here it is again. 1 and 2 and ready and go. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Did you hear how I had to clap faster for the 2 rocks than I did for a frog? I needed to clap twice on that second lily pad because there are 2 rocks sitting on it. 1 clap for each rock. I clapped when I said 2 and when I said the "and" after 2. Listen to it again. 1 and 2 and ready and go. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now, are you ready to try it with me? Let's go for it. 1 and 2 and ready and go. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Let's clap it together one more time. 1 and 2 and ready and go. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Excellent work. Let's look at another example. We've got more rocks now. How do we clap this measure? Remember, whenever we see 2 rocks, we'll clap when we count the number for the lily pad, as well as when we say the and after it. Listen. 1 and 2 and ready and go. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Again. 1 and 2 and ready and go. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Just like before, we clap for the frog when we say the number of the lily pad it's sitting on, but when we see 2 rocks, we clap for both the number as well as the and that comes after it. Now you try it with me. 1 and 2 and ready and go. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Again. 1 and 2 and ready and go. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. One more time. 1 and 2 and ready and go. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Fantastic. Now, before we look at our last example, I want to remind you that if you feel like you need more practice, you can always rewatch a section of this video as many times as you need. I'll be leaving some time markers to make navigating through the examples a little easier also. Anyway, on to our final example. Whoa, now every single lily pad has a pair of rocks sitting on it. Can you imagine what it sounds like to clap this measure? Well, since every lily pad has 2 rocks on it, we will clap for every number as well as every time we say and, like this. 1 and 2 and ready and go. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Again. 1 and 2 and ready and go. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now you try it with me. 1 and 2 and ready and go. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Again. 1 and 2 and ready and go. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. How about one more time? 1 and 2 and ready and go. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. You're all doing awesome. Now there are a lot more ways that we can combine these rocks and our friendly frogs on the pond. In the description below this video, you will find this lesson's practice exercise where you can see and clap through all these different combinations. Don't forget to count clearly and evenly while clapping along, like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now, when I started putting these videos together a few years ago, my original goal was to compile a small library of short lessons that I could send to my younger students that they could watch and review between our private lessons. Since then, the channel has amassed over 500 subscribers, with countless people reaching out to me with questions or positive words about these lessons. I cannot begin to express how much I appreciate the support and feeling of validation I get when someone shares that these videos have been useful to them or a young musician in their life. From the bottom of my heart, thank you all for watching. It means more to me than you could possibly know. If you'd like to show your support for this work, the best way is to share these lessons with someone in your life that could benefit from them. To celebrate reaching 500 subscribers, I'm planning on doing a giveaway contest in the near future, so be sure to watch out for that. Again, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next lesson.